Welcome to the Redwood Bowl for today's matchup between College of the Redwoods Corsairs and the American River Beavers. Just another football game. Wait. As a matter of fact, American River and College of the Redwoods are playing for a spot of the share, I should say, of the conference championship on the line alongside Liam Warner, Mitchell Maggi. Again, live from the campus of Cal Poly Humboldt, the Redwood Bowl, as CR with a win last week over Butte. The winner of today's game will be co-champions of the game between Butte and Sierra, where it will be a tiebreaker to determine who is the eventual victor of the NorCal division and will go to the playoff. With that, Liam's lot on the line today. Obviously, CR needs a win. They need Butte to win as well. They do not hold a tiebreaker over Sierra. So for those of you watching on the live stream, that is why we have the Butte Sierra score up as well. Thanks to Liam for keeping tabs on that. Liam Warner is probably the biggest spot CR's been in a long time. They hadn't beaten Butte since 1990 when Coach White was a player, as his son put it, 10,000 years ago. However, today, back with a chance to, as Coach Bob Brown's shirt says, make history.
Yeah, I mean, just what an unbelievable spot College of the Redwoods is in right now for this game. What an unbelievable win. It's really funny how the schedule works, right? I mean, your first 5 games are technically preseason. I mean, they're non-conference. You go 0-5, you lose your first game against Sierra, you fall to 0-6, and then it seemed like the entire season turned in that Shasta game when Redwoods recovered that muff punt, and they've just been cruising from there. I mean, currently right now, Butte is up 14-0 on Shasta. That game is in the second quarter. Of course, if you're watching on the YouTube stream, we'll have that on the bottom right the entire game. We'll give you updates if you're on the radio side. But by far, the game with the biggest stakes that College of the Redwoods has played in since they have restarted their program in 2022. So excited for this one.
Well, hindsight 2020, when you look at that schedule, it felt much bigger 0-6. However, you're looking at a Sac City team first game receiving votes in the ranking. Foothill game 2 currently ranked 21st. And as it goes down, every single opponent that CR has played is either receiving votes every game they lost, I should say, who's either receiving votes or ranked in the top 25, including a number 3 team in Butte, which was a huge win a week ago to put them in position. Liam, American River, last week, they rushed for 314 yards. They can throw the ball a little bit. However, they're primarily going to be a run-emphasized team. Their quarterback, Frank Arcuri, is a former wide receiver back to the quarterback position, forced to go that direction due to injuries. However, this is going to play a big test for a CR defense that struggled early on in the season and has come back around as of late.
Yeah, I was talking to linebackers coach Andrew Harrelson just a bit ago, and he said the Redwoods defense did a really good job of last week against Butte is taking away their number one strength, and making them focus on their second or third or fourth biggest strength instead of what they're best at. And so I think they're going to have to do the same thing here today. The Redwoods defense are going to have to show up and take away the run and force American River to go outside their playbook a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. The defense, of course, has had its ups and downs all season, but they've been playing really, really well as of late from the Shasta game forward. So looking forward to it.
Well, it's sophomore day here at the Redwood Bowl as the sophomores are being honored down on the field. We'll take a 30-second timeout. When we come back, it is Liam Warner with the one and only Coach White, an exclusive interview. For those of you watching on the live stream, head on over to KATA1340.com. For those of you listening on our flagship ESPN 107.3, stay right there. 30 seconds back with Liam and Coach White. Kickoff following on ESPN 107.3 FM. Getting set for kickoff here. Redwood Bowl on the campus of Cal Poly Humboldt. It is American River, College of the Redwoods, with a share of the NorCal Division Championship on the line alongside Liam Warner. Mitchell Manji, we will be with you all afternoon long. Redwoods has won the toss. They have elected to defer their option. They will kick it away to start the game. Redwoods in their home black jerseys, black helmets, and white pants. The visiting American River Beavers, all white uniforms with a tinge of red. As we get set, kickoff squad out there for Redwoods. American River sending their return unit out onto the field. A huge matchup today. Butte is currently up 14-0 on Sierra. We'll continue to monitor the score of that game. Each of those games, Butte and Sierra and American River CR today, winners will be co-champions of the NorCal division. However, determining who wins will play a factor in who goes to the playoff. Playoff is going to be the 3 division winners and then 3 at-large teams. However, we've got a game first. Kick is away from Newton. It's handled at the 15-yard line. Going to be looking for a lane on the left side and upended across the 30, just shy of the 35-yard line. It will be the Redwoods defense out first on the field. So for Redwoods, they started the year 3 down linemen, shifted to a 4-man front, and they've gone traditional now, 4-3 with 3 strong linebackers out there. The tandem of Christian Solomona, Caden Wilkinson, along with Caleb Morgan. American River, they're going to run the football a lot. See a lot of option, triple option. Back, and actually the first pass will be a throw. Caught out on the right side, turning up at the 40, tripped and across the 50. A positive play to start things off for American River. Tamel Horton, the wide receiver, with the catch. Just a quick route out into the flat. Try to get quarterback some confidence here early, forcing CR to defend horizontally. So football at the right hash across the 50-yard line at the Redwoods 49. Checking the formation. CR's got 5 men on the line of scrimmage defensively. American River shifts Horton back into the backfield. Looking to throw, and again, pass is completed on the right side. Driven out of bounds and tackled. 2 for 2 for Frank Arcuri to start it off. A wide receiver turned quarterback. CR, it was the other way around. They had a quarterback in Quentin Buckland, who started the year turned wide receiver and has been about the number 3 guy, but made some big catches on third downs. But the man we'll talk about once CR gets the football has been Devin Forehand. 9-yard completion brings up 2nd down and 1. 2 running backs in the backfield, both to the left of the quarterback Arcuri. 2 receivers split wide left. They send Horton out of the backfield. It's a give up the middle, 1st down yardage. Across the 35, down to the 32. Zaire Eastman with the carry. Gives American River a fresh set of downs. They've had all positive plays so far, 13-30 in the first quarter. No score. The Beavers got the football first. That's going to be weird for me to say as an Oregon State alum. Not calling the Beavers as the home team. 1st and 10 from the 33, ball at the right hash. Arcuri in the shotgun, 2 backs again to his left. They're going to throw, pumps, looking deep, going to take a shot, got a man left sideline, touchdown Beavers. Jaden Anderson got behind the defensive back. Little hitch and go route, got 2-3 steps on the corner. Nobody around him to haul that in for 6, and American River strikes first. A lot of football left to play, but 1:58 into the first quarter, and American River has 6 on the board with the point after try pending. Alex Hensley, the kicker. And Redwoods jumped and was offsides. Excuse me, the kicker there, Landon Richardson. But as the lineman shifted into the down formation, it was offsides, and the kicking unit headed to the sideline. So the penalty is declined. The PAT is good. 13:02 first quarter. And Redwoods trailing American River 7-0. You're listening to Redwoods football on ESPN 107.3 FM. Beavers go the length of the field and put one in the end zone in a minute 58. They hold a 7-0 lead here early. CR yet to touch the football. They've got Reyes along with Buckland back deep to return. There's a 33-yard touchdown pass from Arcuri to Jaden Anderson to put the Beavers ahead. Again, CR got down early, 7-0 against Butte on the first drive, and then came back to hold them. That was the only points they allowed the entire first half. See if they can replicate their success here today. Kickoff is away from Hensley. It's handled by the Reyes at the goal line. Reyes looking for a lane up the middle, and he's going to be stopped short of the 20-yard line. So CR, that's kind of been the story of their season. They've been unable to win the field position advantage, and with American River, they started at their own 33. CR is going to start at their own 19. So last words for the offense with the huddle. Jason White getting the first play call, and here comes the offense led by freshman Devin Forehand. Started the year as the third-string quarterback, got elevated after they benched the season starter Quentin Buckland, and Forehand, after settling in, has been fantastic. So they're trying to got an issue with an American River player. I don't know if it's an equipment issue or what. He subs off, and they get a new player back on and wind the play clock. It's a tight bunch left for Redwoods. Forehand in the pistol. Takes the snap, and it's a give. Running over the left side is Grant. Picks up about 4. Some tough blocking on the outside. Dodd and Reyes finishing off a Beavers defensive back over near the numbers. Let go and retreated, so no fouls. American River last week against Santa Rosa had 17 penalties for 149 yards called against them. So we'll see if they can remain disciplined here today. Redwood struggled with being disciplined last year. They've been a lot better this season. Shift the tight end, Dascom over to the right, the snap to Forehand. Play action rolling out. Look, throwing over the right side and into Reyes, and it's marked caught. So he got his arms. It was a low throw. Reyes slid in almost as if a baseball slide to catch that pass just slightly behind him close to the turf. But that's a fresh set of downs for Redwoods out to the 36-yard line. Ball spotted at the right hash. Offense breaks the huddle. Week ago, Alec Grant, 29 attempts on the ground. They give it to him again here, and he's met by a host of white jerseys right at the line of scrimmage. But for Grant, it was just 29 attempts for 89 yards. However, it was the clock control. They were ripping off 3-4-yard chunk plays. He finished with 3.1 yards per carry on the ground. However, it was the ability to avoid the negative plays and keep that clock running, shortening the game against a Butte team that at the time was ranked number 3 in the state of California. And shift the formation, move Buckland and Dascom over to the left. Forehand in the pistol with Grant behind. They give to Grant running over the right side, trying to get the edge, and falls forward for a gain of 4. Will bring up the first third down for Redwood so far today. 10:50 to go first quarter.
35 Redwoods from their own 40.
Redwoods trailing American River 7-0. This is the exact same spot they were in against Butte a week ago. The defense settled in, though, after that opening drive. First, the offense has got to deal with a third down. Line to gain is the 46. Ball at the 40 right hash. Forehand tries the hard count. No movement. Checks to the sideline. Play clock at 5. Forehand gets the snap. Back to pass. Four-man rush. Pocket collapsing. Escapes to his left. Looking. Going to try and get out of the pocket, but he's slung down. Number 44, Cade Millard. Freshman defensive lineman with the sack. Not something we say very often. Forehand sacked 2 times a week ago, both by Jermaine Johnson, the talented tight end for Butte. This one is a loss of 5, and Cole Newton and the punt team is on. Nearly an identical start to a week ago. 4th down. 9 men on the line of scrimmage. American River is going to bring the pressure. They got a man going through. Newton's got to get rid of it. Just does it. He got drilled and a flag comes out. Fair catch made back at the 41-yard line. But Newton got hammered as he delivered that kick. And that's going to be a penalty against American River. And CR will send their offense back out onto the field. Gavin Rappa came flying off the right side and got close to pressuring the kick. However, he just obliterated Newton. So that is actually roughing the kicker, not running into, which would be a 5-yard penalty. The former not a first down, but the actual call on the field will give Redwoods a fresh set of downs and move them all the way out near midfield. 9:33 to go, first quarter. So the offense gets to regroup and head back out. After Forehand was sacked on 3rd down, the roughing the punter call moves them out to the 47. Forehand, the snap, play action, quick throw to the left, and it's caught just across the 50 by Reyes on an out route. 4 yards on the completion. And that Butte game is headed to the half. Butte with a 14-0 lead. Again, College of the Redwoods obviously rooting for their team here today, also rooting for Butte to beat Sierra. Share of the conference championship on the line. 2nd down and 6. Forehand, back to throw. Quickly on the out route. Pass completed across the 45. It's going to be just short of the line to gain. Duron Dodd hauled it in for Redwoods, and they're going to be about a yard short of the line to gain. We'll see if they go to the wishbone formation. Their short yardage package, and they do. Caleb Morgan, the middle linebacker, is in at fullback. Forehand goes under center. 3rd down and 1 from the American River 44. And it's a give inside to Freehoff, and Freehoff pushing forward. Pyle still moving. He's got the first down yardage down to the 40. So 4 yards for the backup tailback, Luke Freehoff. And he gives CR a fresh set of downs. Last time Redwoods was home, Freehoff got his first rushing touchdown on this very field. 8 minutes to play, first quarter. 3 receivers right, Dodd the lone man left, ball left hash. Forehand, play action, bubble screen out right, and it's caught. Trying to make a move is Reyes. He's going to be breaking out of a tackle and ends up just with 2 yards. He turned a negative play into a gain of 2 after escaping the first would-be tackler. Must say, I do like the play call on 1st down. Try to get the ball to one of your receivers out in space. CR traditionally has had a big offensive line. They've been able to run the ball with ease, especially on early downs. Have struggled with that this year, struggled with the ground game altogether. The 1st down play doesn't get him much. 2nd down, forehand, back to pass. It's a screen underneath, and he just grounds it. Well covered by the Beavers defensively. Cade Dutton, the corner, was there all over Grant, and wisely forehand just put it in the turf. But it's going to bring up 3rd down and call it 9. So 3rd and 9 from the Beavers' 39-yard line. Kind of close to that no man's land. If you don't get it could try and flip the field position or just opt to try and get 5 yards here on third down, make it a manageable fourth if you so choose. Kind of early in the game. We'll see how they play it. Forehand gets the snap in the pistol play action, throwing left and caught by the tight end Dascom. He's going to be short of the line to gain by about 4 yards. So Dascom hauls it into the 34, need to get to the 30. And no question, offense staying on the field here come fourth down. Under 7 minutes to go, first quarter. American River holds a 7-0 lead, but still the first drive for this Redwoods offense after they were granted some free life following the roughing the punter call. 4th and 4. Tight formation, 2 receivers left. Back to pass, forehand, looking to throw, pressure coming, escaping to the right. He throws it down the field to the right and just out of reach of Alec Grant, the tailback, going down the sideline. So a turnover on downs. And now the defense will head back out onto the field. American River had about 3 guys break through the line of scrimmage. It almost appeared as if they were trying to set up a screen the way they so easily got through the offensive line. Forehand with a nice idea. Grant had some space on the sideline, but under pressure, moving to his right, that's a difficult throw to make, and just missed him by a couple feet. So our Curry and the Beavers offense back out on the field. He's in the pistol. Back to his left and behind him. They've thrown the ball more than they've rushed it. This is going to be a team that likes to run the football. There's the triple option. They give it to the dive back. Swallowed up after a gain of 2. Again, our Curry, former wide receiver, turned quarterback. He can throw the ball, though. He's already got a passing touchdown here today. And it looks like Sierra got a touchdown just before the half. So they are at the midway point. Butte up 14-7 on Sierra. Here we've got 2nd down and 8 for American River from their own 36. They send a man in motion across the formation. Snap and another give up the middle. And another stuff for no gain. CR player has his helmet pop off. Caleb Morgan is the one who lost his helmet. He was also the first man there with the tackle, so he has to check out for a play. And a key one at that being 3rd down. Braden Snodderly, sophomore from Canby, Oregon, nearly got stiffed on his sophomore day. He got skipped accidentally. They went back and remembered him, though. So now an opportunity for him to make another memory, more positive and on the game as he's out there for 3rd down and 5. 2 running backs to the left of our Curry. CR showing pressure. We'll see if they bring it. And a timeout is called. As American River spends their first time out of the game. 5:05 to go, first quarter. American River 7, Redwoods 0 here on ESPN 107.3 FM. Third down coming out of the timeout, 5 yards to the line to gain for American River. Again, that Butte-Sierra game at the half. CR fans are going to be rooting for Butte as they hold the tiebreaker. The winner of today's game here and the winner of the Butte-Sierra game will be co-champions of the conference, with the tiebreaker determining who goes to the playoff. CR holds the tiebreaker over Butte. Sierra has it over Redwoods. Again, first got to take care of business here. 3rd and 5. Our Curry in the gun. 5 men on the line of scrimmage. They rush 6. Quick throw over the middle, caught, slant, and more. Turning, going, 20, 10, touchdown Beavers. They hit Luis Torres on a slant over the middle. He did the rest. And it's a double-digit lead for American River here in the first quarter. Redwoods brought the blitz. They rushed 6. Left some opening. And Torres took that slant and used his speed. Get into the end zone. Landon Richardson on for the point after try. And again, movement before the kick. American River does the exact same thing that CR does on their PATs, where they make a call on the offensive line entirely, shifts from the 2-point stance into the 3-point stance. And American River declines the offsides call, so they'll kick it from the same spot. Richardson for the second try. And they run a fake. They're going to pitch it to the kicker running out to the left, and Richardson goes in for 6. So trick play on the PAT. Beavers get it, and they lead it 15-0 here. 4:55 to go, first quarter. You're listening to Redwoods Football, ESPN 107.3 FM. .455 to go first quarter, and American River has a 2-score lead. They're up 15-0. And Redwoods has trailed at spots before. They were down at one point, as you mentioned, 18-0 to Shasta, but one key difference.
This team is not Shasta.
This American River team. Again, Shasta and then Redwoods, 2 teams that went into that game winless. Redwoods has won 3 straight. All 3 of them being conference games to get them in this spot. They're 3-1. American River 3-1 in conference. You're going to share the conference championship on the line. Redwood's quite the turnaround it's been. They started their season 0-6. Again, 3 straight wins, including over the number 3 team in the state a week ago, Butte, 22-21. As it's an onside kick from American River, waiting for it to get 10 yards, and it never did. But was it touched by a Redwoods player first? It may have been. And it's going to be Beavers football. Luke Freehoff on the front line. He was trying to secure the football before the kicker Hensley could grab it. But as he tried to dive, the ball hadn't yet gone 10 yards. So Hensley was waiting for it to roll. Freehoff may have gotten his hand in there and touched it.
Well, they're having a discussion right now, the officials.
The question is, did Hensley put a hand on the ball before Freehoff got in there?
The ruling on the field is that the kicking team touched the ball prior to the recovery. Therefore, it's going to be Redwood ball at the spot of the first touchdown. We also had offside on the kicking team. That penalty is declined. First down, Redwood.
In a fortuitous turn of events, the ruling on the field is that Hensley touched the football before Freehoff did, resulting in penalty. I don't know why they said the penalty was declined. I mean, at that point it should be dead, I guess, where he touched it. As referees, it took them some time to sort this out. Point being, Redwoods hangs on to the football. Almost disaster on special teams. They had it a week ago. Jamison Martin was not paying attention to where the ball was, and it went brushed up off of his leg on a punt, allowing Butte to get a kick. Or, excuse me, a free fumble recovery. So 1st and 10 plus territory at the 44 for forehand. He's going to give up the middle. It's Ohlenberger, and Hank Ohlenberger, who has not played in quite a while, back healthy, gets the carry, and actually looks to be a little hindered as he walks back to the huddle, but he remains in the game. So 8-yard rush on first down. Brings up second down and 2. Again, Redwoods trailing American River here, 15-0 first quarter, but they got it in plus territory after the failed onside kick. Forehand looking deep down the left for Buckland, and it's broken up. Incomplete. Good coverage defensively by the Beavers. Just got his head around at the last second, and it actually deflected off of his helmet as Buckland tried to reach back and get the ball, but a wise time to take a shot on second and short. Going to bring up 3rd and 2. Again, 4:12 to go, first quarter. Redwoods yet to score. Just their second drive here today. Beavers have gotten touchdowns on both of theirs. They're going to run a speed sweep to the left, looking for room. Reyes bounces off his own player, trying to fight forward. He's not going to get it. Reyes needed 2, got 1. And it's going to be 4th down and a yard. And here comes the wishbone package for Redwoods again in short yardage situation. Used to be a package when they would bring it out, it was almost a guaranteed run. They have showed some passing plays out of this formation this year. Forehand gets under center, quick snap, give to Grant over the left side, first down. Good blocking by the offensive line, created a seam over the left side and allowed Grant to pick up 5 yards, needed 1. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 30. Ball be spotted left hash. 3 minutes to play first quarter. Reyes and Buckland, the receivers right. Dodd split wide left. Forehand back to pass. Throwing to the left side. Dodd wide open. Right along the sideline, and they're going to rule it incomplete. It was very close. Dodd, momentum taking him out of bounds, tried to drop that foot down in play. They're going to say he did not get it down. Brings up 2nd and 10, and unfortunately, Dodd was wide open on that play as well. Ohlenberger the back to the right of forehand. 3 receivers split wide right. Shift Ohlenberger out of the backfield. Quarterback draw, forehand up the middle, nobody's there. 20, 10, can he go? Yes! Touchdown, Redwoods! Brilliant play call on first down, empty out the backfield. Forehand keeps it up the middle, showcases his speed, and Redwoods puts 6 points on the board here with 2:46 to go first quarter. He showed his elusivity in the pocket and got a pretty good 40 time as well. Saylor on for the point after try. Buckland the holder. Good snap, kick is up, and it's blocked. Does not get there. So blocked PAT, and the 2 points on the other end, and we're still at a 2-score game. 15-6, American River leads it. You're listening to Redwoods football on ESPN 107.3 FM. So Redwoods gets into the end zone on the legs of their quarterback, Devin Forehand. He goes 30 yards for 6. And they'd cut into the deficit. However, with the 2-point conversion, the failed PAT for Redwoods, we're looking at a 2-score game, however. 15-6 American River leads as Cole Newton gets set to kick it away following the score. Newton with a really good kick this time down to the 3 where it's returned. They're looking for Torres, who's got a touchdown receiving, and he gets drilled at the 25. And Redwoods is saying they have the football. Did it hit the turf? Referee, the white hat, is ruling Torres was down by contact. So that's where Frank Arcuri and the AR offense will head back out onto the field. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns for the Beavers, both through the air. One a 30-yarder, one a 50, 60-yarder. 2:37 to go, first quarter. Defense back out there looking for a stop. Arcuri sends a man out of the backfield, and he keeps it on the option. Arcuri running, trying to cut it back, breaks a tackle, first down and more. Stiff arm and goes out of bounds across the 50, and a late shove into the bench. Arcuri, he's going to get a free 15 at the end of that. Completely senseless play on Redwood's side. The frustration evident after giving up the big play. So a 27-yard rush plus a free 15. So first play from scrimmage and the field flips. First and 10 will be from Redwoods 34, ball spotted right hash. Remember, this is a team that ran for 314 yards a week ago. Snap, another option play, trying to give it to Torres, and he gets out of a tackle and then brought down back at the 40. First man there was Luke Saraceno. Morgan finished him off in a 6-yard loss for the Beavers. Minute 45 to go, first quarter, and there's the first negative play from scrimmage for American River. That's what they like to do, run the option, force defensive players to make quick decisions. That time, Redwoods made the right one. Line to gains the 24. They bring a receiver in motion across the formation. Arcuri heels it at the Redwoods 45, takes the snap, looks left, comes back right, wide receiver screen, and Torres gets decked. Caleb Morgan came flying in, and that was Jaden Anderson with the reception, but minimal running room as the big middle linebacker rocking the cowboy collar came up and laid the lumber. Under a minute to play, 3rd down and 13. Redwoods calls it the money down, even more true right now. Shifting the defensive line, 2 receivers split left, 1 right, 2 running backs for AR. Snap, Arcuri looking to pass, throws it deep down the field, got a man, broken up, incomplete. Perfect coverage on the play. Michael Brownlee covering the slot receiver, tracked it perfectly, got a hand up late, and forced the incompletion. So we'll see what American River does here. 4th down and 13. Offense stays on the field. Could obviously roll Arcuri back and then do a quarterback pooch punt. Play clock at 5. Beavers got to go. They do. Here it is, going to be the little kick from the quarterback. A wobbler going to go at the 5 and into the end zone. Ends up being a nominal 13 yards in field position flipped. Rather 18, missed a 5 yards there. So with 21 seconds, CR is going to get the football back at their own 20-yard line. One of the reasons I predicted that coming is my Oregon State Beavers also a prominent user of the quarterback pooch punt. You got to have a kicker who knows how to put some backspin on the ball. Nevertheless, Redwoods fans will take it as their offense heads back out on the field. Forehand at his own 15 brings Reyes in motion. Snap and the give is to the running back, Grant. Not much room to run over the left side. Stopped near the line of scrimmage. Maybe he'll get credit for a yard. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. American River on top 15-6. However, Redwoods with the football. Second quarter coming up next here on ESPN 107.3 FM. On to the second quarter, 15 minutes down, 45 to go. And CR trailing American River 15-6. We will flip ends of the field. However, it was Devin Forehand who got the scoring started for Redwoods. A 30-yard touchdown scamper on a quarterback draw after American River put their first two drives into the end zone. So we'll flip ends of the field after the first down rush. Going to bring up second down and 9 for CR as they head their offense back out. American River defense has done a great job defending the run. However, CR, the run game, really has not been established well all season long. Ball at the left hash as we start the second quarter. 21-yard line. Two receivers split wide right. Now shift it to an empty backfield. 3 to the right, 2 to the short side of the field. Forehand back to pass, time to throw. Good pocket. Now is trying to escape, stepping up, spinning, and going down. Good coverage defensively by the Beavers. Officially a sack and a loss of 1. Going to bring up third down and 10. Well, will they spot the football right back at that line of scrimmage? So it will be third and 9. Romo Luster checks in for the tight end Dascom in an obvious pass situation. That's what's kept Redwoods in the games the past 2 weeks. Key third down opportunities. Play clock at 5. Forehand gets the snap. 4-man rush. Time to throw. Gonna unleash one for Meadows, and it's incomplete. There was a lot of jersey pulling going on, and no flag comes out. The CR sideline can't believe it. Jason White walking out almost to the numbers to ask the official as Meadows tried to cut that in route, his right shoulder pad on the outside, and now White's letting the official have it. That was a blatant no call on what should have been holding at minimum, potentially pass interference depending on the fly of the ball instead. It'll be 4th and 10, and Newton is on to punt it. Kick is away. It's fielded at the 50. Running right is Horton. Horton trying to get the sideline, cuts it back, and he gets tackled right at the first down marker for Redwood. So a net field position change of 10 yards. However, we do have a penalty flag down right at the hash marks on the Redwood side of the field. And that was pretty good. You hear a fan down in front of us, and now there's a flag. I feel the same way. You got a flag on the far side of the field as well. Officials trying to sort this one out. Tamara Wheeler having a conversation with Levi Walker, explaining a couple of things as he heads back out onto the field. The Redwoods defense.
Illegal block in the back. Number 57 of the return team. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
So illegal block in the back goes against the Beavers. It'll be a 10-yard penalty. You had one marker at the 30, one at the 35, and they're going to use the 35. So that'll back American River up to the Redwoods 45. 13:56 to go, second quarter. Again, would like to thank our sponsors, North Fork Lumber and Game On. Thank you for allowing us to continue to keep Redwoods football on the air. Defense needs a stop. Fantastic field position for American River at the plus 45. Two receivers left, two backs to our Curry's left. Takes the snap. It's an option on the give up the middle. Ball's on the ground. It looked like the tailback Eastman lost it momentarily. May have gotten him back on his way down, and he did. He was carrying it in the left hand as the tackle came in. That ball was juggled. I don't know if it ever actually was lost from Eastman's possession. And a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. Keeper for our Curry, tackled in the backfield. 1-yard loss on the play. Luke Saraceno with the tackle, and now the money signs to the sideline from the 11 men out there playing defense. 3rd down and 7. American River on the ball, two receivers left, wide side of the field. Curry standing at the Redwoods 47 in the shotgun. Play clock at 3, gets the snap, quick throw, right side, caught, tackle made right at the sticks. It's going to depend on the spot. And it looks to be about a yard short. And here come the big numbers subbing in for American River. And headed out there for CR. Jaira Yawani, the starting left guard. He's going to be the nose tackle defensively. 4th and 1. 3 backs behind our Curry as he goes under center. And flags fly before the snap of the ball, and the way that Coach White walked down the sideline with confidence leads me to believe it's against the offense. Across all levels of football, that's been a point of contention, is the officiating and the early movement on quarterback sneaks. That wasn't a sneak.
Offside. Offense number 75.
However, it's an offsides call against American River. Liam, I think I've only ever seen offsides called against the offense twice, and it was last week against Butte, and now here today.
Yeah, that's right. Unusual penalty, but helps out Redwoods there.
So 4th and 1 goes to 4th and 6. We've already seen American River run a fake field goal attempt to go for a 2-point conversion. Ball's at the 41. Returner standing at the 10. Juggling the snap, but the kick is away, end over end, fair caught at the 10. So good execution on the special teams there. That's exactly what you do. 10 yards are in front, you make the fair catch. Anything behind, let it go. Fair catch made at the 10. Defense holds. Forehand in the offense getting set to come back out. Liam, that's a big stop for CR defensively. American River getting the football in plus territory.
Yeah, huge stop. And like you've talked about, I mean, the issue for Redwoods all season really has been the slow starts. But as long as they can keep it close, right there in it.
Well, they've played some nail biters as of late. A 1-point win a week ago, more comfortable 14-point win over Santa Rosa, and their first win of the year was a 1-point win against Shasta. So we'll see if the 2-point conversion and or the missed PAT play a factor here. 11:28 to go, second quarter. American River on top, 15-6. 90 yards to pay dirt for forehand in Redwoods. Hand off to Grant, running over the right side. Flag comes flying in as he's tackled for a nominal gain. And it appears as if the Beavers player slow to get up out on the field. Yet to get the penalty call. It came in, is Liam, you like to say, in the area of holding.
Shot block. Offense, minutes 77 and 54. Penalties half the distance to the goal. We'll replay it again.
So it is a legal chop block with the injury. We will take a timeout. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Redwoods Football, ESPN 107.3 FM. So the injured American River player walking off gingerly, being helped by two members of the training staff. Again, the chop block penalty is going to keep us at first down based on the field location spot of the ball. Whether it was holding, chop block, really doesn't make much of a difference. Regardless, it's a half the distance to the goal penalty. So it'll be first down and 15. Forehand will be standing at his own end zone to take the snap. Grant, the ball carrier, to his right. They bring a man in motion across the formation. The give is to Grant up the middle. Not much room, maybe a yard or two on the carry. So second down, and we'll call it 13. Liam, you've mentioned it. CR all too familiar in this position, getting off to a slow start. For example, this drive being pinned up against their own end zone. The field position has not been great, but they've found ways to overcome it. Will need to do so here in a big way. Forehand the snap, back to throw, outright, pass caught. Buckland fighting forward across the 20, still going, carrying defenders with him across the 25. First down and more. We mentioned it at the start. Buckland, the quarterback starter turned receiver. On the flip side, Arcata, a wide receiver turned quarterback for American River. So Buckland took the defender for a ride all the way out to the 27-yard line. First down and 10 upcoming. Ball at the right hash. Redwoods looking to the sideline, trying to make sure they get the call. Play clock is at 10. They break the huddle, gotta go. Dodd out wide left, three receivers right. Play clock at 2, they get the snap off, pressure coming. Forehand, gotta get rid of it. He's gonna get sacked all the way back at the 10-yard line. Two guys got there, Brandon Sanders, along with Mason Kelly, and a huge loss. Forehand looked to be indecisive. He thought he was going to get to throw it, and then he was pinched from both sides and brought all the way back to the 10-yard line. It's going to bring up second down and 27. Forehand to Buckland, caught right side, goes out of bounds, 6-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and very long as we cross the 9-minute mark, second quarter. Ball be spotted at the 18-yard line, right hash. Line to gain is going to be the 37. So 3rd and 19. Empty backfield. 3 receivers left, 2 right. Forehand takes the snap. Time to throw. Looking, unleashes it deep down the field. Picked off. American River trying to return it, spinning and tackled across the 50-yard line. Jamari Gentry with the interception. Well, 3rd and long, it's almost as good as a punt, but not what you want to see. Well, Sierra's pulled closer as well. 17-14. Sierra cuts the deficit, but a turnover here at the Redwood Bowl, and that game doesn't matter if Redwoods can't pull out the win here today. As our Curry and the offense head back out onto the field, again in plus territory. Ball spotted left hash. 8:28 to go, second quarter. Snap to our Curry. He keeps it on the option, running right, cuts it upfield, and he's tackled and dropped. Big hit. Ball came out after he was already down. But our Curry on the receiving end of a big hit there. 8 yards. Gets him down to the 39. Beavers opted to throw the ball quite a bit early. Gone back to relying on the run game here, especially second quarter. 2nd down and 2. Our Curry brings man in motion. Takes the snap, option again. They give it to the dive back, plenty of room to run. Down across the 30. Well, the triple option, you've got the dive back who got it there. In the form of Zaire Eastman, a dangerous running quarterback in our Curry. And they're using the wide receiver, Timel Horton, as the pitch man. So 3 dynamic playmakers you got to stop, and you also have to stay disciplined. Staying in that same formation, both backs to the left of the quarterback, our Curry. Curry walks up to the line, makes a check. Play clock at 2, play clock at 1, 0 on the play clock, and we'll see if American River took a timeout. They did. So 2nd timeout charged to American River this half, and we'll take a break as well. Back in 30 seconds, ESPN 107.3 FM. .658 to go, second quarter. American River leading Redwoods 15-6 alongside Liam Warner, Mitchell Manji here on ESPN 107.3 FM. Redwoods football brought to you in part by North Fork Lumber and Game On, 2 proud sponsors of Redwoods football who help keep us on the airwaves. Would also like to thank Harper Motors, your local Moman, as well as J&G Lawn and Garden. 1st and 10 after the timeout by American River. Ball spotted at the right hash, 29-yard line. Our Curry with a back on each hip. Gets the snap, the give on the right side. Couple of yards for Horton. Horton's been the option man. He's a wide receiver. Has a receiving touchdown here today. Anderson caught the first touchdown. Luis Torres with the second reception. but Horton has been a big part of the game plan offensively for the Beavers. 2 receivers left and a back on either hip for the quarterback, Arcata. He gives it again. Horton trying to get an edge on the left side. And he gets hit, forced out of bounds, maybe a yard or two. It's a play where it kind of leaves you feeling a bit confused because Horton's the one who lowered his shoulder and delivered the blow, leveled the defensive back, but in the process, he's the one who actually bounced off of him and went backwards. I mean, I trust in physics, but that just didn't look right. 3rd and 7. Left hash for American River and another big spot for this Redwoods defense. Arcata making a call at the line. Gets the snap, back to throw, looking right, completed to Horton. Horton trying to put a move, puts a defender on skates and plugs ahead with enough yardage for the first down. Well, you got a dynamic playmaker in Horton. You just got to get him the ball any way you can. That time, Beavers do it through the air. And he made the CR defender look like he was playing in tennis shoes out there. No footing whatsoever. Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 17. Under 5 to go, 2nd quarter. Pistol for Arcata. Brings Horton into the backfield to his left. Give up the middle. Tackle made after a gain of 4. Brings up 2nd down and 6. That was Hakeem Anderson on the carry. Anderson got 4 yards, now subs out. Eastman comes back in and replaces him. 15-6, American River with the lead. 6 yards to the line to gain. Inside the red zone are the Beavers. Snap. Eastman, right side, makes a man miss, stays on his feet. Showcasing the balance, crosses the end zone, and another 6 for American River. (21-6), Beavers on top. Eastman just kind of pinballed his way into the end zone. He escaped an ankle tackle. Got hit from the right, hit from the left, stayed on his feet. Kept his feet in bounds just long enough. On for the point after try is Richardson. Kick is up. Plenty high, plenty good. 22-6, American River leading Redwoods. You're listening to Redwoods Football, ESPN 107.3 FM. American River in complete control here. 2nd quarter with 4 minutes to go. 22-6 is their lead. Buckland and Reyes awaiting the kickoff after Eastman tiptoed his way into the end zone. Hensley walks it back, paces it off, and will get ready to presumably kick it deep. They did try an onside attempt, their last one. Hensley kicks it, it's end over end, caught by Reyes. Just outside the 5, looking for a lane. Reyes cuts it back and is drugged down at the 25-yard line.
Reyes on the return.
3:54 to go, 2nd quarter. An ideal position here for Redwoods would be with just one timeout remaining for the Beavers to be able to put the ball on the ground and get the run game going a bit, control some clock, and see if they can make this the last possession of the half. It was their strength at Butte. They were really able to control the clock and limit the number of possessions for the Roadrunners. 1st and 10. Two tight ends, one on either side of the formation. They run a hitch and go. Beat his man as Meadows on the right side, and the safety came over and had an interception go straight through his hands. Cover 2, Meadows beat the corner on the hitch and go. Kevin Arnold, the safety, came over the top. And if he had better gloves, he would have had the Beavers' second interception of the first half. Granted, though, it is just a harmless incompletion. Scary one at that. Brings up 2nd and 10. Forehand brings Reyes in motion. The give is to Grant running left, and no room there for Grant. And things starting to get a little bit more chippy out on the field. Dodd locked up with the corner at the far side. Reyes with the safety. Both dispersed quickly. No flags yet. However, referees having conversations with the players out on the field that if this continues or escalates, that might warrant some yellow markers. 3rd and 9. Forehand heels at his own 20. Takes the snap, 4-man rush, looking to throw, right side, Meadows with the catch. Meadows turns it upfield and gets out of bounds, 1st down yardage for the freshman receiver from Eagle Point, Oregon. Big spot for Redwoods to be able to move the chains. Keeps the offense out on the field. 2:45 to go, 2nd quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 39. Reyes in motion across the formation. Give it to him on the speed sweep. He's got a lead blocker. Turns it vertical, but is met by several defenders after picking up 4 on the ground. Redwoods has all 3 timeouts. 2-minute warning will also stop the clock. So we have 2:20 to go before the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if they try to squeeze one more play, and it appears so. Forehand in the shotgun. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Throws left side. Caught by Dodd. Goes out of bounds. But moving backwards, which will wind the clock and bring us to the 2-minute warning. So on the flip side, it'll be 3rd and 2 for Redwoods. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Back shortly. You're listening to Redwoods Football, ESPN 107.3 FM. Third and short coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Redwoods desperately needing points before the half. They did drive down and get a field goal before halftime a week ago against Butte. Gave them a 3-point advantage, which actually turned out to be a necessary differentiator in the game. More than 3 points would be ideal here today, trailing American River 22-6. Again, a share of the NorCal Conference Championship on the line. 3rd down and 2, forehand under center. Heavy set, and it's a give to Grant. Running left, he may be inches short depending on the spot. Quickly, more receivers check into the game for Redwoods. Whether it was short or not, they were definitively going for it. And now the receivers come back off and the heavy set goes back on. PA announcer Bob Brown saying just shy. It looks to be a long yard to go. Clock crosses a minute 30. Trying to get set, 10 on the play clock under center. Quarterback keeper for forehand. He's pushed forward, plenty of room over the left side, but now a minute 18. Clock stops to set up the yardage markers, and now it winds. 3 timeouts in the back pocket of Coach Jason White as we cross a minute 10 to play. 3 receivers split right. Dodd, the lone man, left. Under a minute to go. Forehand gets the snap. Looking. Now trying to escape. Stepping up. Spinning. Throwing. Caught underneath. But tackled down in bounds, and a timeout called immediately as the reception made by Aaron Clifton, the running back. Forehand had already pirouetted once and was being slung to the ground as he unleashed that football. And somehow, with his momentum working against him, found Clifton for the completion. 50 seconds on the timer. Ends up being a gain of 3. But more importantly, able to avoid a sack. Also gives an opportunity for the offense to catch their breath momentarily. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Both teams head back out onto the field. Again, obviously not do or die situation. We're still in the first half, but a touchdown would be well welcomed by the Redwood staff, players, fans, coaches alike. 2nd and 7, line to gain is the AR-39. Quick throw right side, caught by Meadows, goes out of bounds at the 40. So he'll be marked a yard short, but stops the clock going out of bounds. Would have been hard to try and turn it upfield with his momentum, so that was about the best he could do. It wasn't one of those situations where you see a receiver voluntarily go out short of the line to gain, but it does bring up 3rd down. 3rd and we'll say less than a yard. 2 receivers to each side. Forehand, the snap, runs the read option. Forehand keeps it, gets hit, and then lunged back forward. He took a big one, but recalibrated himself, churned forward, and that is super close to a 1st down. I'm looking right down the marker, and they did stop the clock to signal a fresh set. Now it winds with 30 seconds. Forehand gets the snap, looking to throw, trying to go deep to the left sideline, and just throws it out of bounds. Clock stops with 24 seconds, and you wonder if it wouldn't have been a good idea to use one of those timeouts. They still have 2 in their back pocket, so with 2 timeouts remaining, basically everything in the playbook is still available, because if you throw it over the middle of the field, you go down, you've got a timeout, and you still have 1 remaining, should you need it to set up a field goal attempt late. 24 seconds, 2nd down and 10. Snap to forehand, 3-man rush. Looking, stepping up, rolling out, throws across the middle, caught and down at the 26, and a timeout called by Coach White with 17 seconds. We will pause and take a 30-second timeout. Back momentarily on ESPN 107.3 FM. (22-6), American River leads College of the Redwoods. However, Corsairs are driving. They're at the plus 26-yard line with 17 seconds to go and 1 timeout remaining. Headed to the 4th quarter between Butte and Sierra. Sierra just missed a game-tying field goal wide left from 40 yards. So Butte still holding a 3-point advantage. 1st and 10 here. Forehand dropping back, stepping up, looking, going to scramble out to his right. 1st down and more. Got a blocker going down the sideline and out of bounds inside the 10. marked out at the 8 with 9 seconds to go. Clock stops, 1 timeout remaining still. That was huge that forehand got out of bounds. You still have the timeout if you need to throw short of the goal line. Dascom and Buckland checking in for Luster and Reyes. So 9 seconds. First and goal from the 8. You've maybe 2 plays. If you get rid of it quickly, do you go for touchdowns exclusively? We'll find out. Forehand, back to pass, looking, throwing, back of the end zone, too high, incomplete. Clock stops with 5 seconds to go. So if you get rid of it that quickly, you can still throw one more pass to the end zone, and theoretically, if everything goes exactly perfectly, still have a chance at trying to set up a field goal should you opt to do that. So if you get the field goal, it cuts it from 16 to 13, which still is technically it's a 2-score game. Forehand gets the call from Coach White, jogs back, lets his team know in the huddle. Play clock at single digits. 3 wide left. Lone man right is Buckland. Snap, forehand, looking, deflected at the line of scrimmage, incomplete with 2 seconds to play. And here's our answer. It will be a field goal try for Brandon Saylor. Coach White opting to take the points here from the 8-yard line, and I would say I believe it's a wise decision. I think at this point, the way that they have struggled in the first half, any points are going to give your team some momentum going into the second half. Brandon Saylor to try the 25-yarder right hash. Buckland the holder. Line goes down, snap, kick, up, good. Drilled it. Halftime at the Redwood Bowl. CR gets a field goal before the half. They trail 22-9 against American River. We'll take a 60-second timeout. When we come back, Liam Warner at the half right here on ESPN 107.3 FM.
Welcome back to the beautiful campus of Cal Poly Humboldt here in Arcata. We are at the Redwood Bowl. It is halftime. Your score, American River 22, College of the Redwoods 9. Let's take you through how we got here. American River started off fast, passing touchdown, making it 7-0 early in the first quarter. Then tacking on another passing touchdown. This time, a fake PAT attempt was good for 2 points, making it 15-0 in favor of American River. After that, Devin Forehand putting Redwoods on the board with a rushing touchdown right up the middle into the end zone. Unfortunately for Redwoods, the PAT would be blocked, making it 15-6 American River at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, American River did have an interception off of Devin Forehand, and the ensuing offensive possession for them resulted in a rushing touchdown, making it 22-6. But CR late in the second quarter, driving it down the field and getting a late field goal right before halftime. Brandon Saylor making that field goal, making it 22-9 in favor of American River here at halftime. And that is where we stand. All right, we'll take a 60-second break, then a replay of my interview with head coach Jason White. If you're on the YouTube stream, make your way over to KATA1340.com to hear that interview. Then after the interview, I'll have some scores from around the 3C2A and around the country. You're listening to Redwoods football. It is halftime, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the beautiful scenic Redwood Bowl here on the campus of Cal Poly Humboldt in Arcata. Your score at the half is American River 22, College of the Redwoods 9, with about 8 minutes left to go here in the halftime break. Let's take it through some scores around the 3C2A, and the most important score that Redwoods is watching, and it's not looking good at the moment. Sierra just taking the lead over Butte by a score of 20-17 with 4 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Again, Butte has to win their game against Sierra, and Redwoods will have to come back and win this game here in order for CR to go to the postseason. So both games are going to have to flip at the moment. But let's take you through some other scores from the 3C2A around Northern California. Currently, San Mateo leading Laney College 31-13. Start of the fourth quarter there. And Shasta leading Santa Rosa 23-12. 12:53 left to go in the fourth quarter. Bit of a surprising score there with how Shasta's season has been going. And then 1 o'clock kickoff, Foothill against San Jose. No reported score there. Coalinga leading Merced by a score of 28-15. Feather River playing Siskiyous at 1 o'clock. No reported score there. And Modesto currently leading Sequoias by a score of 33-13. 3:10 left to go in the third quarter. De Anza handling Cabrillo. 54 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 64-3 in favor of De Anza. And then Fresno City handling Reedley by a score of 56-24. That game, 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Some 1 o'clock kickoffs with no reported scores. Monterey Peninsula playing Sac City. San Joaquin Delta playing Chabot. Los Medanos leading Contra Costa by a score of 41-28. 3:50 left to go in the third quarter. And then looking for some more NorCal scores. It would be nighttime kicks. And the only nighttime kickoff in Northern California, Hartnell hosting Gavilan at 6 p.m. Let's take it through some scores from around the country. Top 25 scores, FBS college football. Currently number 3, Texas A&M up on number 22, Missouri, 24-10. That game just getting started in the fourth quarter. Number 9, Oregon leading number 20, Iowa, 15-10. 8:42 left to go in the fourth. Number 18, Miami handling Syracuse, 31-3. That game in the fourth quarter. Number 16, Vanderbilt only up by a point over unranked Auburn, 24-23. That game midway through the third. And at the half, number 23, Washington leading Wisconsin by a score of 10-3. Some games kicking off later. Wake Forest will play number 14, Virginia at 4. Cal will take on number 15, Louisville at 4 as well. 4:30 on ABC, number 4, Alabama will host LSU. Also 4:30, number 10, Notre Dame will host Navy. And some
Just about set to start second half action. A big thank you, as always, to Liam Warner handling the halftime duties. Also, the man on the camera, making sure as best he can. We're looking straight into the sun here, facing directly west at the Redwood Bowl. Obviously, one of the most gorgeous settings in college football here, surrounded by redwood trees, hence the name. However, Redwoods, College of the Redwoods, trailing American River 22-9 at the half. And they will get the football to start the third quarter. Kick is away, deep, and caught by Reyes at the 5, across the 10, trying to get vertical at the 15, crosses the 20, cuts it back, flag flies in, and Reyes brought down just shy of the 30-yard line.
Well, looks like another late flag just thrown.
We did have some chippiness at the end of that first half. Referees checking towards the sideline. There was one flag, like as we mentioned, during the play, and then another one came in after. That first flag came in back at the 20. We'll see as the referees sort this out.
First down, Redwood.
Well, so much for good starting field position. Microphone got messed up for just a split second there, but both flags go against Redwoods. One was a block in the back, the other being an unsportsmanlike conduct. So instead of starting near the 30, they will start the second half at their own 5-yard line. So Devin Forehand in the offense, 95 yards. They trail by 13, still very much alive. Butte just getting the football back with 2:39 to go in the game, trailing Sierra by 4. Forehand to throw from his own end zone, steps up, and he's going to be dropped. That's going to be marked down at the 1-yard line. It's a safety. It looked like as if he had maybe got forward progress out of the end zone, but instead, 2 penalties on the kick return and a safety. Makes it 24-9, 15-point advantage for American River. And they're going to get the football, and their offense is going to go back out onto the field. If you could drop what's the worst possible way to start the third quarter, that was it. 14:44 to go, third quarter. Not only do you concede points, but just flat out terrible. So it'll be Cole Newton to kick it away from the 20. Coach White walking down the track with his quarterback forehand. As Newton will kick away from his own 20-yard line. So 24-9 our score now. Both Sierra returners set up at their own 25. Newton kicks it away. It's an end-over-end kick handled by Torres at the 25. Looking for a lane up the middle. Torres bouncing off defenders and dragged down in plus territory. So it'll be great starting field position for American River following the safety. Well, Liam, that really changes things here for Redwoods.
Yeah, unfortunately, at this point, things are getting pretty desperate. But just got to chip away as much as you can.
So our Curry sends a man in motion out of the backfield. The give up the middle to Eastman. Eastman churning forward. Still dragged by his offensive lineman. He's going to get a 6 yards on the first down carry. And that's going to be the recipe for American River. Redwoods going to have to figure out a way to stop the run. Second down and 4, 14 minutes. Forty-yard line. Our Curry with the give to Eastman. Brought down after a 2-yard gain. Caleb Morgan with the tackle defensively. Forces a third down.
Third and a long 2.
13 and a half to go third quarter. Third down and 2. Redwoods desperately needing a stop and an opportunity to get the football back. A turnover would be absolutely massive in terms of momentum. Six men on the line of scrimmage. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the left, stuffed in the backfield. Loss of 3 on the play. Luke Saraceno blew that play up and shut down any opportunity for a run. And also makes it 4th down and 5. American River sends their punt team onto the field from the CR41. Dominic Connat standing at his own 10 to return. Obviously got to keep an eye on the fake punt from this position of the field. Snap, kick is away. A high spiraling kick. Connat wisely lets it go. And it's knocked down short of the end zone, but it was touched by an American River player while he was in the end zone, I believe. Unless it was down first, they're going to say it was down at the 1. So yet again, poor starting field position for Redwoods. Coming off a safety, they get a punt down to inside the 5, and they'll start from their own 2, trailing 24-9. However, with the safety, it still is technically a 2-score game at 15 points. As forehand and the offense head back out onto the field. First and 10 for Redwoods. Line to gain the 12-yard line. They're going to go wishbone and forehand under center. Gets the snap. Handoff right side. Maybe a yard or 2 on the carry. Alec Grant, the ball carrier.
Picks up a couple on the
A little bit of breathing room out to the 4. 12 minutes to go third quarter. Still, the winner of this game is going to be co-champions of the NorCal Conference. As forehand goes back under center. Second down, give to Grant, running left this time. And maybe a yard, maybe 2. Again, just trying to get any sort of room. Obviously, that safety still fresh in the minds of the Redwoods coaches and players. 4 receivers sub on. It'll be third down and 6 from the 6. 15-point lead for the Beavers. 3 receivers wide left. Buckland, the lone man right. Forehand gets the snap. Quick throw. Receiver screen to Dodd, left side, and he gets dropped short of the 10. So maybe 2 more yards on that. Redwood's going to be forced to punt from their own end zone.
Be fourth and about 4 yards for Redwoods, and they bring them on 19.
Devin Forehand looking at his helmet with Coach White on the side. I wonder if there's some sort of communication issues there. Trying to get the play call in. Regardless, Cole Newton standing 6 yards deep in his own end zone. Gets the snap, kick is away, a spiraling punt. Backing up and caught near midfield. Trying to look for a lane, reversing field. Breaking out of a tackle, still looking to the left side, and no running room, dropped back at his own 48-yard line on the return. It was Colby Eckert, and he actually lost yardage on that return. So he caught it at the plus 49, ended up being tackled back at his own 49-yard line as the sun just starting to creep behind the trees here. It's a gorgeous day on the North Coast, especially for November. So 1st and 10 from the Beavers from their own 49. Curry sends Horton in motion out of the backfield. They throw to him on a screen, and he dropped it. The ball scooped up off the turf. Horton tried to run forward with it, took a couple of hits, but an incomplete pass brings up 2nd down and 10. .10:01 to go, 3rd quarter, 24-9. American River with the lead. Redwoods showing some pressure at the line. We'll see if they bring a blitz. They rush 5. They're going to run option left. Escaping our Curry and slung down, but a good gain on the quarterback. Keeping it on the option. Picks up 8 or 9 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and very short.
It's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Beavers.
So 3rd and 1 officially.
42.
Ball spotted left hash, 42-yard line. See if Redwoods can stand tall here. American River breaks the huddle. Both backs to the right of our Curry, as they've shown many times today. Shotgun formation, 3rd and 1. Morgan lined up on the outside, and flags fly as they did not get that play off in time. 0 on the play clock.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay the game.
Butte has scored.
Again, it called against the Beavers.
With 20 seconds to go, Butte has a 23-21 lead over Sierra. Redwoods holds the tiebreaker over Butte. Butte has the tiebreaker over American River. Here we've got 3rd down and 6. Same formation with both backs to the right of the quarterback, our Curry. Redwoods rushes 5. Our Curry to throw. Stepping up in the pocket, trying to escape, and he's dropped short of the line to gain. Christian Solomona, the one who tracked him down. They call it 3 yards short of the 1st down marker.
That's 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And we'll see punt with 8:16 to go, 3rd quarter. Butte on top of Sierra, 24-21, with 20 seconds to go in the game. Pistol formation for Forehand. Gives it to Ohlenberger running right. Just the 2nd carry for the sophomore back. Picks up a handful of yards. 2nd down at 7.
Picked up about 3.
Gets him out near the 9-yard line. As Redwoods remains in the pistol. Dodd, the receiver, left. Meadows right. Play action. Rolling out. Shot play. He's got Dodd down the middle of the field. Caught at the 50. Dodd makes a man miss, but then he's tripped up at the 40. A huge chunk play for Redwoods, and there's signs of life on offense. Dodd had a step on the receiver. If that ball's about a yard in front of him, he takes it to the house. Slightly underthrown. Dodd still made the catch, and a huge amount of yards for Redwoods. They're now in plus territory at the AR 39. First and 10, ball at the right hash. Forehand with the snap. Back to throw. Plenty of time. Good coverage downfield. Going to try to scramble. Forehand out to his left. And he's going to throw it down. Caught by Dodd on the sideline. Was he in? Waiting for the signal. Yes.
Got it in.
First down catch goes for 11 yards. Feels much bigger at this point in the game. Dodd coming off the massive 50-plus yard reception. Gets another catch. Fresh set of downs at the 29. Ball at the left hash. Dodd, the lone man to the short side of the field, standing on the numbers at the 30. Snap and the give is to Ohlenberger, and he just ran into two white jerseys, unblocked off the left side, no gain on the play. Second down and 10 after the rush goes for no gain.
No gain, second and 10.
6 minutes to go, third quarter, 24-9 our score. Second half started. 2 penalties on the kickoff, 1 live ball, 1 after the play. Started CR at the 5. A safety by American River as they sacked forehand right at the goal line. Reyes comes in motion across the formation. They give it to him. It's the old Philly special with Buckland to throw. Now he's going to try and run. He gets tripped up. That play was covered perfectly defensively by the Beavers. It's only the second time it's been called this year. Last time it was a touchdown that was called back due to penalty. This time Buckland with nowhere to throw. Tries to scramble and ends up with a 3-yard loss. Makes it third down and 13. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. 3 receivers, wide side of the field left. Ohlenberger the back. Forehand, low snap on the ground, picks it up. Looks to throw. Airs it out deep, got him in. Touchdown, Corsairs. Saul Reyes. Down the middle of the field, had plenty of space from the defender. As that low snap might have actually helped the Corsairs on that play. The defense paused as the ball was on the ground, and Reyes, not knowing because his back's to the ball, ended up with plenty of room around him, and CR closes the gap. 4:46 to go. Third quarter. Saylor on for the PAT. Kick is up. No good. Remains a 2-score game. 24-15 our score, 4:46 to go, third quarter. We'll take a 30-second break, back momentarily on ESPN 107.3 FM. .446 to go, third quarter. 24-15 after Saylor missed that PAT right. Big thank you to the league statistician David Silverstein providing us updates on the Butte game. He's also on the live stats on the 3C2A website. Here's the return across the 30, breaking free at the 40. at the 50 with blockers, 40 the other way, and the tackle made deep in Corsair territory. And we've got an injured American River player down where that tackle was made. But a huge kickoff return is going to set the Beavers up right around the 30-yard line of the Corsairs. We'll take a 30-second timeout for an injured player. Back momentarily on ESPN 107.3 FM. So Butte has won. That game has gone final. They defeat Sierra 24-21. Here we've got a 9-point game, 24-15. American River leading the Corsairs. Frank Arcuri and company start at the plus 34. It's a quarterback draw for Arcuri. Picks up a block. Flag comes down in the backfield as Arcuri picks up 7 on the scramble. Design draw there. However, that flag in the area of holding on the offense.
Holding. Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty.
And it is.
Penalty against the Beavers. Bring the ball back 10 yards. We'll repeat first down.
So that'll make 1st and 10, 1st and 20. Backs AR up to the 44-yard line. Arcuri, 2 backs to his left, 2 receivers wide right. Snap for Arcuri, gives it to the dive back Eastman. And tackle made after a gain of 3 on the ground. That's going to be the key for Redwoods this second half. They've done it well so far, but continue to stop the run.
Ball spotted at the Redwoods 41-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd and 17 for the Beavers.
2nd down and 17. 3:40 to go, 3rd quarter. American River with a 9-point lead. Butte is going to be a co-champion of the NorCal division. Arcuri with backs left and right. Gives it out of the backfield, Anderson, and Anderson tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Caleb Morgan strung him out horizontally and made the stop. He's really coming to his own at the linebacker spot throughout the course of the year. Makes a big tackle, forcing 3rd down and 18. Ball right hash, 42-yard line.
Pressure, going to bring it up.
Redwoods looking to get the football back. Defense was fired up, going out even after giving up the big return. 2 receivers left. Demarius Williams, the lone man right. Arcuri gets the snap, back to throw. Looking, nowhere to go, going to take off and scramble right. And he's forced out of bounds near the original line of scrimmage. Brings up 4th down. And we'll call it 12. Good coverage defensively. Nowhere to go with the football for Arcuri. And American River yet again is going to be forced to punt deep in Redwoods territory. Ball be at the 36-yard line. You got to keep an eye out for a fake. We've already seen 1 trick play on special teams. That was a point after try, going for 2. Connat standing at his own 9. Kick is away. It's a deep kick. Connat going to fair catch it at his own 4.
Fair catch called again.
4 drives for Redwoods, all of them here in this 3rd quarter.
The 4-yard line, where Redwood
5-yard line, 1-yard line, 6-yard line, now 4-yard line.
We have a final score from Butte College. Butte scored late to win over Sierra. The final score of 24-21.
So here comes the Redwoods offense as the Butte final score is announced over the loudspeakers. Again, 24-21 Butte wins. That means Butte will be co-champions. They are rooting for American River. They hold the tiebreaker over AR. They do not over Redwoods. Forehand standing in his own end zone. Gets the snap. Handoff to Ohlenberger trying to cut it right. He's stuffed for a loss. Brought down at the 1.
Ohlenberger met in the backfield by a group of Beavers.
No running room. Beavers defensively have done an excellent job. CR has been trapped up against their own goal line for the entirety of the third quarter. Save for that one drive, they got a big play to Dodd and got into the end zone. Gonna need another big pass play here to give him some room. 1:20 to go, third quarter. Tight bunch formation right. Forehand gets the snap. Back to throw. Looking across the middle. Caught by Reyes at the 20. Over the 25. Finally brought down. Reyes. Another really big catch at a clutch time.
Picks up 26 on the play.
Redwoods can finally breathe again. They've got a little bit of a cushion as the clock ticks under a minute, third quarter. The missed PAT, a multitude of factors. The scoring has been wonky this game. But it is 9 points is the deficit. Forehand shifts the formation. Moves the tight bunch to the left side. Takes the snap. Forehand to throw. Back to pass. Unleashes it deep. Got a man done. Through his hands and dropped. He had it. But could not haul it in. The big play was there. Dodd just couldn't get a grasp on it. Incompletion stops the clock. 30 seconds to go, third quarter. The one-word answer I got from the Butte Sierra game was ugly. Butte got it done though, 24-21. So their co-champions will determine the other co-champion here today. And Ohlenberger trips over either forehand or tripped over his own feet, goes down for a loss of 2. The Redwoods running game has been non-existent here today. They started to find their groove the last couple of games, but I don't think they have a ball carrier averaging more than 3.5 yards per carry this season. However, we will take it to the fourth quarter. 3rd and 12 on the flip side. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Fourth quarter of Redwoods football coming up next. ESPN 107.3 FM.
One final time.
Final 15 minutes of the regular season. American River 24, College of the Redwoods 15. CR has the football, 3rd and 12 to start the fourth quarter. Saul Reyes has a touchdown catch, which closed the gap. Still 9 points, a 2-score game. Forehand with 3 receivers right, gets the snap. Flag flies at the line of scrimmage. Rolling out to his left and escaping. Forehand trying to make a man miss. and gets hit out of bounds short of the line to gain. However, there was a flag down at the snap. We'll see the call. My guess is offsides just based on how and where it came out. And it is.
5 yards from the previous line. Third down.
So another attempt at third down, this time 3rd and 7.
Third down. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for Redwoods. Just beyond their 30-yard line.
Going back to the rushing stats, CR doesn't have a single player over 300 yards rushing. Their leading rusher is Forehand, the quarterback, with 282 yards on the ground. Has been a pain point all season long. They hope to not have it hold them back as it's 3rd down and 7. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Snap to Forehand. Blitz coming. Throws over the middle. Incomplete, looking for Reyes. And punt team heads on with football at Redwood's own 31-yard line. They're going to rely on the defense, which has not given up a point this half. The only points that American River has gotten came by way of a safety. Cole Newton standing at his own 15. 10 men on the line of scrimmage for American River. They're bringing the pressure as Newton gets it away. A bit of a wobbler and takes a huge Redwoods bounce and is caught and kneeled at the 28-yard line. So very smart play by Colby Eckert as that bounced right to him. Instead, typically as soon as the ball hits the turf, everybody wants to get away and let it go. But that took a huge Redwoods jump. He picked it up and took a knee to prevent losing additional field position.
Colby Eckert, ball's going to be placed.
And on the flip side, for Redwoods, the returners have not made the great decisions as several fair catches inside their own 10, including 2 in the 3rd quarter. 14-15 to go in the game. American River with a 9-point lead. Arcuri in the pistol. Eastman the back behind him. Now shifts Horton into the backfield to his right. Takes the snap, give to Eastman, running over the right side, and not much room. First man there was Caleb Morgan.
On the handoff. Maintained his feet, but his forward progress was stopped after a gain of a couple.
Wow, they're going to give him forward progress all the way out to the 32, a 4-yard gain.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 6. American River content to take their time. Plenty of time on the play clock. 13 and a half to go in the game. Arcuri moves Horton over to the right alongside Eastman. Snap, give to Eastman up the middle, squirts through, 1st down yardage, tackled at the 40. Found a crease and exploded through the hole. Made it out to the 41-yard line and a fresh set of downs. Clock continues to wind. Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining. Again, it's a 2-score advantage for the road team. Horton moves into the backfield. Tailback to either side of Arcuri. Takes the snap, gives to Horton, and he's tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Again, Caleb Morgan in on the stop. Talented linebacker. Continues to add to his tally this afternoon. Brings up 2nd down and 9. Couple defensive backs check on for CR. 2 receivers right, 1 left. 1 back to either side of Arcuri. Gets the snap, play action. Arcuri rolling out right, throws it behind his intended target, Eastman, out of the backfield.
Falls incomplete.
Incomplete. Not only brings up 3rd and 9, but also stops the clock.
3rd down.
Clock not a major factor here. However, being that it's a 2-score game, definitely more impactful. Brandon Saylor has had a PAT missed right and 1 blocked. Should have come down to a field goal. 3rd down and 9 first. Arcata in the gun. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Unleashes it on the right side. Bobbled and dropped. It was in the hands of his receiver. But Chaz Scott got his big mitts in there and jarred that ball loose. Incomplete on 3rd down. Brings up 4th down. Clock stops. 12:01 to play. So knock on wood here, but I don't think that Redwoods can start this drive inside their own 10 for the first time in the entirety of the second half. Richardson kicks it away, fielded up, and dropped by Conant, recovered by Redwoods. And flag flies in after the play. That's going against the Beavers. Michael Brownlee came diving in, but issues with the punt return game all afternoon long. After Brownlee recovered, he stood up with the football and got pushed around.
It's a muff reception recovered by the receiving team. After the play, personal foul, late hit, kicking team number 17.
And that draws the late hit. So Redwoods gets 15 free yards after a heart-stopping moment on the return. That'll put them out to their own 49-yard line, best starting field position of the second half. 3 receivers, tight bunch, right. Ball spotted at the right hash. They shift the formation to the left. Forehand gets the snap, back to throw. 4-man rush, looking, throws it left, caught by Reyes. Reyes across the 30. Reyes puts his shoulder down, goes out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Big play, Reyes coming up clutch at multiple points this second half, including a touchdown reception.
Ball gets spotted just outside the Beaver 20-yard line.
Nose of the football touching the 20-yard line. Reyes checks out. Isaac Johnson subs in for him. A lot of time coming off the clock in between plays here. 2 receivers, 2 and a tight end right. Dodd, the lone man left. Snap to forehand. Play action. They give it to Johnson on the end around. Johnson trying to turn the corner and does. Johnson first down and more. Johnson forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. But first and goal coming for CR.
Forced out of bounds, but not before picking up the first down. And he's first and goal already.
Johnson comes in for one play, makes an impact. Subs out after picking up officially 13 yards on the rush. Ball spotted 7-yard line, left hash. 10:35 on the game clock. Forehand with Grant to his left. Back to throw, looking, forehand, pressure coming, rolling out to the right. Forehand trying to turn the corner and goes out of bounds, losing 4.
Forehand scramble. Can't find a receiver, gets forced out of bounds by number.
He's already out of the pocket. He could have just tossed it out of bounds and saved a couple of yards. Instead, it's a loss on the scramble.
Lost a couple on the play. It's going to be second and goal.
They spot him out at the 9, so only a loss of 2. Could have been worse. Reyes checks back into the game. CR breaks the huddle, play clock at 11. Pistol for forehand. Dodd split left, trips bunch right. Second and goal. Play action. Forehand. Looking. Throws. End zone. Behind his intended target, Reyes. Incomplete pass. Stops the clock. 9:49. Brings up third and goal from the 9.
Incomplete. 39.
Redwoods trailing by 9. Field goal does not kill you here. However, they would like to have 6. Either way, you need a touchdown and a field goal to go ahead. Three receivers split wide left. Snap to forehand. Looking. Pressure coming. Didn't see the free rusher, sacked back at the 20.
Forehand. In the backfield.
And Coach White's going to send the field goal unit out onto the field. American River blitzed the weak side. Forehand did not see it. He looked left the entire way and got lit up like a Christmas tree.
Limping off the field as well. We'll have to monitor that.
And we got offensive linemen for CR going at each other on the sideline, having to be separated. Sailor on to attempt a 37-yarder right hash. Holder is Justice Anthony. Snap, kick, it's blocked! Still on the ground. Rolling around, recovered by Redwoods, but all the way back at midfield. Special teams have been a disaster today for the Corsairs, to say the least. They've had a PAT blocked, a PAT missed right, a field goal blocked, not to mention the numerous fair catch calls inside the 10.
Ball's going to be placed right at the midfield stripe.
8:54 to go in the game. 24-15. American River leads by 9, sends their offense back out onto the field at midfield. Two receivers right for our Curry and company. It's the snap, play action, throws right, caught by Horton, trying to turn it upfield, makes a man miss, first down yardage and more before he's eventually brought down.
Now Horton got about 11 on the play, 12, good enough for it to be a first down. Ball placed just outside the
CR needed a lot of things to go right, and looking back to the first play from scrimmage of the second half, it's been exactly the opposite. First down and 10. Ball at the 38. Arcuri, the snap, he's going to keep it and run the option left. Turning it upfield, first down and more. Arcuri inside the 20, tackled down at the 15.
Arcuri takes the handoff, keeps the ball, scampers down the left side, picks up 24 on the play, and a first down for the Beavers at the Redwoods 15-yard line.
Be first down and 10 from the 16. The lights dimming on CR's season. Arcuri with the running back to either side. He gives it to Eastman. Rather, he keeps it. And he's dropped right away.
Arcuri keeps it again.
A gain of maybe 1 on the play. Butte is eagerly awaiting the results of this game. They won their game over Sierra. 24-21. Butte is going to be cheering for American River as they hold the tiebreaker over the Beavers. Redwoods played spoiler on their season a week ago. Would take nothing short of a miracle to do so yet again today. Clock winds under 7 minutes. Arcuri, the snap, the give to Eastman, looking for a crease, tackled, he gets bent over backwards, ball was on the ground, but recovered
Eastman,
by a Beavers offensive lineman.
Recovered by the Beavers.
Brings up third down. American River, to their credit, has not turned the football over today.
14.
They have 0 offensive points so far in the second half, but their defense has been nothing short of spectacular, and their special teams extra special. 3rd and 8 from the left hash. 14-yard line. Give up the middle. Tackle made short of the line to gain. Anderson was the ball carrier.
Number 31, Hakeem Anderson.
Brings up 4th down. And the field goal unit comes on.
No gain on the play. It's going to be 4th and 9.
Landon Richardson's going to line it up. Ball spotted in the middle of the field. This will be a 31-yard kick. Richardson lines it up. Snap is down. Kick is up. Plenty of leg, and it's good. 5:14 to go. American River extends the lead to 12. We'll take a 30-second timeout. A flag flew after the play. That's likely going against American River on the kickoff, I believe. However, we'll squeeze a 30-second timeout when we come back. 5:14 to go in the game. Redwoods trails by 12. So field goal is good, makes it 27-15. There was a unsportsmanlike against American River. So instead of kicking off from the 35, they'll kick off from their own 20. Reyes and Buckland, the returners, standing at their own 20-yard line. So the kickoff specialist, Alex Hensley, tees the ball up. Gets ready to kick it away. 5:14 to go in the ball game. Beavers with a 12-point lead. Kickoff return for a touchdown sounds pretty good right about now. With the field goal, Redwoods now needs 2 touchdowns. Line drive kick. Gonna take a bounce and go out of bounds. Did it touch Reyes? It did. So it skips off of Reyes' leg and goes out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Drastic change in field position. Running back coach Tyler Haskell with 2 hands on his head on the sideline. Special teams, the field goal unit and the return game have been below average, to say the least. That's nearly a 20-yard swap in field position. 5:14 to go. Forehand and the offense back out there needing points. Blitz coming. Throwing quickly. Pass caught. Flag down far side right at the snap. Reyes caught it. Got 12 out to the 30. American River showed blitz late. That linebacker came up to the line of scrimmage. May have been offsides at the snap of the football.
Offside. Defense number 44. Penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down.
That is the call. Offsides, it's declined. It'll be first down at the 30. Clock winds. We're approaching 5 minutes to go. Stranger things have happened. As forehand gets the snap. 4-man rush. Throws to Buckland. Caught right side. Evades the first defender. Goes down the right side. Out of bounds at the 47. Quentin Buckland able to evade the cornerback. Clock winds, ball spotted at all the way up at midfield. Favorable spot for CR. 4:40 to play. 3 receivers right. Forehand gets the snap. Quick throw right side. Caught by Buckland. Goes out of bounds. The plus 42. CR offense staying no huddle. Looking to the sideline. Coach Haskell signing in the call.
Picking up about 7 on the play.
4:25 to go. Snap to forehand. Buckland broke free down the right side. Overthrow him. Press coverage. Buckland released to the inside and had nothing but green in front of him.
Ball's incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 2, Redwood.
The pass was overthrown.
42.
Falls incomplete. 3rd and 2 with 4:17 to go. Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining. Plenty of time on the play clock as they break the huddle. 3 receivers left. Meadows right. Forehand gets the snap. Corner blitz. Forehand under pressure. Doesn't know where to go. Gonna escape to the left. Looking. Gonna try to keep it and run. Got the first down yardage. Goes out of bounds. Took a late shove. The referee just watched him nearly tumble into the stands and kept the flag in his pocket.
Not before picking up 9 on the play. And the first
Forehand did have a lot of momentum. He had a lot of momentum going to the side, so it didn't take much to send him. But again, you just got to think of the push on the other end on the CR sideline. Clock under 4 to play. First down, forehand back to pass. Looking, throws, right, caught. Reyes trying to get to the sideline and does. Out of bounds just in front of the 30-yard line. Again, clock's going to wind as soon as the ball is set. Even if you go out of bounds, it's not going to stop until you're under 2 minutes to play.
2nd and 5.
12-point deficit for CR, 3.5 to play. 2nd and 5. Forehand gets the snap. Back to throw. Unleashes it over the middle. Incomplete. Too high for his intended target, Romel Luster.
Forehand pass over the middle.
Incompletion stops the clock with 3:27 to play. The offense for Redwoods hasn't really been that bad in the 4th quarter. Some key miscues led to a blocked field goal, which led to a Beavers 3-pointer on the other end. 6-point swing. As it stands, it's a 12-point game. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Snap to forehand. Good pocket. Time to throw, but nobody open. Trying to roll out. Now escapes back. Reverses course. Trying to get room to throw. Upended. Escaping. Sacked way back at the 50.
Warren does his best to lose the rush.
3rd and 5. Loses 18, and
there's a lot to bring up 4th down.
Gimpy, to say the least, is forehand.
Back at the 49.
All the way back in on Redwood's own side of the field. Forehand yelling at the sideline, trying to get a play call in. It's 4th down. .240 to go. Comes down to this. Forehand back to pass. Unleashes it deep down the field left. A Hail Mary throw. Incomplete.
Forehand pass.
Forehand limps off the field.
Knocked down. Falls incomplete.
And the incompletion, turnover on downs, will give it back to American River.
Over right at that midfield stripe around 49
Butte looking to be in the driver's seat to go to the playoff. American River sends their offense back out onto the field. 2:27 to go in a 12-point lead. Wide receiver comes in motion across the formation. Arcuri gets the snap. Give up the middle to Eastman. Tackles made at the 44. Timeout taken by Coach White.
Timeout, Redwood. Timeout call for Redwood. That's the first timeout of the half.
So take their first time out. Well, let's take a moment to thank our sponsors, North Fork Lumber and Game On, proud sponsors of Redwoods football. I will say that one of the things you've got to remember on defense at this point, you fought hard. It was a good game. Nothing stupid. Keep it clean. No penalties necessary. This is a team that has kept their composure throughout the course of the year. Heading into the Shasta game, late October, they're 0-6. Come back from an 18-point deficit in the third quarter. They get their first win on the season. Come back home, beat Santa Rosa by 14, and then go on the road, knock off the number 3 team in the state in Butte a week ago. Butte was a team that was in the driver's seat to get into the playoffs as one of the top seeds. After Redwoods went in and knocked them off by a point, the future was uncertain, as they might not have even been an at-large bid. They took care of business today and are now looking for American River to seal it off. Snap and the give to Eastman, trying to cut it right. First down yardage. Eastman brought down on the far side of the field. And timeout taken by Coach White.
Timeout, Redwood.
Again, mathematically, game not over yet, but for the most part it is. The second timeout taken by Redwoods. We'll pause for 30 seconds as well. You're listening to Redwoods Football, ESPN 107.3 FM. (27-15). American River leading College of the Redwoods and poised to be co-champions in the NorCal Conference. The fact, again, to go back to the earlier point, obviously you've got to get a ton of kudos to Coach White and the staff, and obviously the players. Not giving up on the season, you're at 0-6. To get into a point where today you're playing for a share of the conference championship in your first season in the NorCal division. First down and 10 for our Curry, 2:12 on the clock. Takes the snap, gives it to Eastman running right, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and another timeout taken with 2:06 on the timer.
Their final timeout of the half.
Final timeout taken by Redwoods.
Right away in the backfield.
Liam, if you told any Redwoods fan, player, myself, that they would be playing for a share of the conference championship, especially with how the early course of the season, nobody would have believed you.
You know, it's funny if you missed the interview that I asked Coach White exactly that. I mean, what would you have said if I told you that you'd start the season 0-6 and then have a chance to play for a share of the conference title in the postseason? And he said, well, I would have told you you're full of it. I mean, you know, yeah, a ton of credit. I think that, you know, I might be a bit biased here, but I think this coaching staff is one of the best coaching staffs in all of community college football in California. I mean, we're so blessed to have the guys that we have on the coaching staff, and they instilled that belief among the players, even when the team was 0-6 and things looked really bleak, to get them into this position. Obviously, credit goes to the players too. They, you know, Coach White has said it in interviews all season. I mean, this is a team that fights and fights and fights, and you even saw some fight here, even though you know, mistakes have likely marred the final outcome. They still have fought. So, you know, there's a lot to build on for next season for sure.
Second down and 11, 2:06. Our Curry takes the snap, gives it, and another tackle for a loss made as Eastman brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Our final timeout today, 30 seconds in length. Back shortly on ESPN 107.3 FM. 27-15 our score at the 2-minute warning, as College of the Redwoods likely to fall to American River today and would make the Beavers co-champions the NorCal division. It's going to be 3rd down and 12. Corsairs will get an opportunity to get the football back if they can get a stop here. Third down. Arcuri in the pistol. Eastman the back behind him. Gets the snap. Gives it to Eastman, running over the right side, and Eastman breaks free down the right sideline. Tackled down inside the 10-yard line, and that will do it. Eastman picks up first down yardage on 3rd down and 12. And that's all she wrote. 27-15 as Beavers will go into victory formation. Well, good news on the local sports front, as it'll be opportunity basketball season just around the corner. Arcuri goes under center and takes the first knee. They will need to take one more next Friday, or excuse me, this coming Friday, November 14th, right here on ESPN 107.3 FM. We've got a double header. The one and only JB Mathers down in San Rafael, as the Humboldt men take on Western Washington. All have the women's side of the doubleheader at home, and that's a 7:30 tip-off. And then following night, Saturday, it'll be the men's taking on Dominican. Both games will be at 7, so DJ Broom's squad will be the one aired on ESPN, as that will do it. Arcuri takes the final knee, and American River, co-champions of the NorCal division, share the conference title with Butte, and Butte will have, Butte has punched their ticket to the playoffs. So players being separated right now. Coach White pulling people apart, and
You don't want to see that.
yeah, this is the last thing you want to see at the end of a hard-fought game. Obviously, a lot of emotion. The conference share the conference championship on the line, and just unnecessary coaching staff keeps the players separated. We're going to head to a timeout. We'll take a 60-second break. Back here to wrap things up on ESPN 107.3. The final score, American River 27, College of the Redwoods 15. Final score, American River 27, College of the Redwoods 15. Beavers, co-champions of the North Cal Division, along with the Butte Roadrunners. Butte will punch their ticket to the national playoffs as teams had to be separated at the end of the game. Just really a poor reflection of both teams and how hard fought this battle was. I mean, CR defensively held the Beavers to just 3 offensive points in the second half. And it was a hard-fought battle, to say the least. Devin Forehand getting helped off here after the game, unable to put any pressure on what appears to be his left leg. So, Liam, a lot to unpack here. I think first and foremost, you got to commend this CR team for not giving up on their season after being down 0-6 to fight back and to be in a position to even play a game of this magnitude. I mean, that's where I want to start, is that this team that was, on the outs, we were wondering, looking at that schedule, I mean, when you're down 18-0 at Shasta, are they even going to have a win this year? And instead, they're playing for a share of the conference championship. So I think that's got to be the first point to make after this loss.
Yeah, I'm really proud of these guys. I'm really proud of these players. Like I said before, just showing a ton of fight. All season really. I mean, even in the games they lost, you could tell the fight was there. Coach White kept talking about, the fight's there. I think it's going to happen eventually, and it did happen against Shasta. A great win against Santa Rosa, and then really the iconic win of the season against Butte, number 3 ranked team in the state. And just unfortunately just couldn't get it done here. But I think there's a lot of good things to build on. I know Devin Forehand's a freshman. Hopefully he can come back and build on the great year that he's had this season and come back even stronger next season. But that's the unfortunate thing about losing a game like this in the final game of the season, is that you're going to have 10 months to think about it. So, I mean, a lot of work to do in the off season, but I'm already looking forward to next year.
Well, as we look at some of the silver linings and the what could have been. I mean, let's just call it how it is. This loss sucks.
Yeah,
it does.
Hurts.
It flat out sucks. It hurts. It's painful, and I think that you got to have adversity. You've got to overcome those challenges, and you can't have the good days without the bad, the sunshine without the rain. And again, as you mentioned, the only thing is you can remember what this feels like. You can remember, how close you got, and the opportunity for those who are returning, obviously a ton of sophomores honored today, to remember how a game like this feels, to have an opportunity to go to the playoffs with a win, especially after Butte getting the job done. Yeah, how do you respond to that going forward? I think this team, first year in the national division, a ton of growth. There was took them a while to get their feet underneath them, but eventually they did, and boy, were they competitive. I mean, as much as American River had the upper hand and they were in command of this game, there was, coming out of halftime, it's a 13-point game. Redwoods is getting the football. So there was plenty of opportunities there that weren't capitalized on, and it's an unfortunate loss. It has to be a learning lesson. It really does. But again, as you said it already, I think this is what, the point we want to leave. A ton of kudos to the players for not quitting on the season, for continuing to fight down to the very last minute of this game today, the last minute of their season, and a ton of credit to the coaching staff for the job they've done over the course of the year to prepare these guys to get them better. And again, your first year in the national division, you knock off a number 3 Butte team who's a perennial powerhouse. I mean, they're going to look back on this and reflect fondly on the second half of their season. Obviously, the first half had a ton of learning to do. So now you've been through it once. You've seen the competition. You know what you're facing next year. And again, you lose a game like this, it makes the offseason feel that much longer.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of good things to build on. I just want to, give out some thank yous. Big thanks to you, Mitchell. Working with you every football season, it has been fantastic. I always look forward to it. Already looking forward to next year, seeing what this team can do. Big thanks to Ryan Bezio, and congrats to
Yes.
Bezio on getting the interim tag removed, becoming the permanent athletic director at College of the Redwoods. I know he's going to do a great job. Big thanks to the coaches, for bringing us in, especially on the road, and treating us like a member of the team. It really means a lot, and to be around the team is really awesome. And one thing of note, I just want to mention this, a piece of non-CR news. Of course, if you follow Humboldt Crabs baseball, manager Robin Guyver stepping down just about a month ago. But Jeff Giacomini named the new manager of the Crabs just yesterday. So you'll be able to hear all those games this summer right here on ESPN 107.3 FM, 1340 AM. And big congrats to Jacko.
Yeah, well, good way to round out the season with thanks and to bring it back to a place that's close to your heart. So, again, CR falls short against American River. Final score 27-15. As you said, Liam, a big, thanks to the coaching staff for all they've done. And you got to say thank you to the players for the season, the ride they took us on this year. For the last time in the 2025 football season, for Gabe back in our Eureka studios alongside the one and only, the great Liam Warner, I am Mitchell Manji saying so long from the Redwood Bowl. College of the Redwoods falls short 27-15. Good night, everybody.